Hello, 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 everyone. Happy Friday. What you didn't see in the background is that video's going. I'm dancing, doing my little gig, lots of fun. A little bit without a voice. We had digital dealer. Can't even say it correctly because I'm still trying to recoup from it. But freaking awesome. So incredibly awesome. Now, I do know, and thank you, Dusty. Dusty, by the way, I know I said this before, but man, as you can see, Dusty's pretty freaking awesome in the metaverse, but may I just say, Dusty's a lot more kick-ass in person than he is in the metaverse. So, Dusty, yes, you are. Thank you, thank you very much. Yes, so as you can tell by our title, the Metaverse team has assembled to kick ass today. So, inside the metaverse, you saw the quick little trailer. I'm going to jump in here a little bit because I have received so many freaking comments and questions, and I absolutely love the fact that everyone is reaching out here. Larry, hey, buddy, hey. How's it going, buddy? Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I believe you're in Canada on your way. So, hope you're having a good time up there. Tell Ian and Jeff hello for me. We're going to jump into it a little bit because I've received so many questions about it. And I know if I'm getting questions about it, I know that Brian and Jarrod and Wendell and Dusty are just getting inundated as well. So the trailer kind of gave you a bit of like how we were in there, and you couldn't really hear anything because it was just a trailer. I get that. I know that. So I'm just going to kind of show you all kind of how we went about doing that. And it will be kind of brief because anytime when you're streaming, things get kind of janky, for lack of better words. So what we used in there, as you can tell, was during Star Wars, and may the Force be with you. We use Spatial. There's so many different tools you can use. You can use Horizon Workspace. There's all different kinds. We chose, no, I say we. There was not a we. Jarrod Kilway, who is a freaking genius. So shout out, Jarrod. He was really familiar with it, and there's been an update since then. If you looked at my avatar, it kind of looked like I was going to eat somebody, for lack of better words. And during the app, I think it looked a little bit more like I was going to murder someone. I think that's how we put it. So kind of weird looking, but it's still like Dusty's looked great. Everyone's mine's just kind of was a little zombie-ish looking. So I'll show you the update in Spatial since then, and it looks just freaking awesome. So we're going to dive into this real quickly without further ado. All right, I'm going to toggle this over as soon as I find my cursor here, and boom, shakalaka. Let me pull this over here so you can see this a little bit better. All right, so hopefully I'm going to take these off here. Hopefully y'all can see this okay. All right, so inside of here, you can see that we've got, let me pull this up big here so I can see this now. Hopefully everyone can see it okay. Yeah, I've got the different, my worlds up here, right? My spaces. And I just have the BZ Consultants room up here. So I'm going to click on it. And I've pre-made some of this. So hopefully it's not going to be too, it's going to be up here. And there's a big white space, right? So this is on my desktop right now. If you're in the actual headset land, you can do it either or. It's a lot more, when you're making it, you're actually going to make it in the desktop version versus you're not going to actually do it on the headset. That wouldn't make a lot of sense. So you'll notice over here, before I do anything else, I'm going to click on this little, where it's the question mark where it says control. When you click on control, boom, it's going to tell you how to move everything. So if you're on the desktop, obviously if you're in the headset, you'll have your little joysticks and you can grab and move around and jump around and do your little dance and whatever you want to do. So what's cool with this is we were in here, we were actually able to high five, which was pretty cool. So like when Dusty and I got together, we could actually high five. When you high five, there's actually like a hepatic, you hit, you can feel it, and there's a high five and a sound goes off, and there's a, you can like I'll show you when you clap, like it's like little things go off and whatever. It's really, really cool. So this gives you what you can do. And yes, no joke, you can actually pop and lock in here. So it's pretty spectacular. I'm not going to lie. So you can wave, you can all sorts of things in here. So teleport, space jump, you guys get the deal. I'm not going to go through this a whole lot. So, all right. So knowing that, I'm going to come back around here. I'm just using, I'm on a Mac, so I'm just moving this around here. You can see in here, you've got this here and some of this, and this is the joys of going into the world and coming out. There are glitches up here. Originally, I had a little jump man up here because you guys know I'm a Jordan fanatic. But kind of, okay, so let's say you're hosting something. You're having all your team come together. You want to do a shout out to your team member, or you're talking to someone. You can have them all jump in here. You want to share something. I've got my other portal here. If I want to travel to it, you just go in there. You can go to the next world, or you create another world. But let's say you want to add something. You want to share something. All you're going to do is you're going to come down here, hit the little plus sign. All right, what do you want to add? Oh, I want to add the Jumpman. Okay, great. So, of course, now I do this. It's not going to do that because we're streaming. That's what happens. Fun times. So normally it would add there, but It's the only time it hasn't done it is when I'm streaming, but that's what you would do. Now I'll click out of there. Let's say that you wanted to now share your screen. And we're going to hope this is going to allow me to share it. But now you're talking to your team. Hey, I want to share something. Boom, I hit share. All right, what screen is it you want to share? Well, I want to share, I'm going to see, we'll see if it actually is going to let me share. I want to share my, this Chrome, the Citi Metaverse one. All right, so then it's going to pop up there and hopefully it's actually sharing. So right over there, I go back into, where did it go? Right here. And now I can go in here and say, okay, great. Now, if I want to make this bigger, if I click on it, of course, now it's not going to do it there, but I'd be able to, I would move in and be able to move in and be able to scale it down, scale it up. If let me unlock this there, that's the problem there. And then I could just move it around there. So then you can see on the scale here, I can move this up here, make it bigger, smaller, get the idea there. I'm going to rotation it, move it around there. Pretty straightforward on that. So you'll also notice here is that, let me get this here. If I want to move my person, just move the person around. You'll notice how different my avatar is now. They came out with an update. I think it was 24 hours after we did when we were in the Metaverse last week. So May 5th. And the avatar looks a little bit more realistic. They looked really very realistic before. They just look a little bit more realistic now. So going back here. Oh, hey, I forgot what the controls are. Sorry, that's to change the avatar. Sorry. The wrong button here. Oh, and we lost this. Like I said, the joys of going live, right? Come back around. All right, so I come back here. I forget what it is. Oh, okay, I want to cheer. All right, no problem. So I'm going to hit the one button, and not going to do it, and it's not going to do it. I think it's because I'm streaming right now. But if you wanted to do any of these things, it would let you do it like full out. The avatar does dance, but it's because I'm streaming right now. It won't do it. But that's how you'd go about doing things. Also, let me stop sharing this here. 1 second here. So pretty straightforward on the other thing that's really cool here is if I want to add a note here. So hi, everyone. And you can have little notes here. And then once again, same, I click on that, pull it up here. Just gives you, like I said, a brief tutorial on how to add your worlds and the really basic on how to do things. Like I said, I've received a lot of questions on this and want to make sure that everyone got the basics on how to do things and create your own world. The other thing that I was asked, like, okay, what about you're adding things? You get up to NFTs here. NFTs, the only way you're going to be able to add it in NFTs, you have to first get a MetaMask, which that's your digital wallet in essence. So not to get too into the weeds with that, but in order to do anything in the metaverse and to have that digital currency, you have to have that MetaMask first, which then connects with your Ethereum and so on and so forth. So won't get in the weeds with that one, but that's how that would be done. Like I said, then the stuff is right here. This all comes standard. If you want to actually upload your own, click on that, and then you'd upload from your device or drag and drop your files there. So pretty straightforward. The difference between this and I'm going to stop sharing this one, and we're going to go to a different tab here real quickly. Let me pull this up 1 second here. Is if I wanted to use like Horizons. Horizons is going to be a little bit more cartoon character looking, and I'll pull that up here so you can see what that looks like as well. Give me 1 second here. It is, where did it go? Right here. You'll see here that, wait for it, the joys. I just lost my cursor. So when you're looking at when you're looking at Horizons now, Horizons, you'll see here, they just look a little bit more cartoon character. So the other one looks a little bit more realistic. This one looks, but it's the same concept. It just depends on however you want to use the tools. Also with Spatial, you're able to, whoever owns and is the user of the world and creator of the world, the admin of the world, they have the controls. And if you're in the, if you pay for the super duper platinum deluxe package, that one will give you all different kinds of controls versus the free version gives you, a stripped down version. So it just depends on whatever you feel is the best for you. Kind of straightforward on that one. So that's the difference there. And then there's Decentraland. So That's a whole that is what you think of when you're going to actually buy property in the metaverse. So that's something way more advanced, and we won't get into that a whole lot. It's just that's the difference in there. That is where, like I said, that's where people are actually building, and that's you've got to have NFTs. You've got to have that's very, I'll say, more complex. And yes, Dusty's a fan of Horizon. I find it better for demos. Yes, it was when we were in Spatial, we had a little bit of issues there, and there was an update. And Dusty, I don't know if I told you this, but as soon as we got out of the Spatial, I got an update like 2 hours later for both my app and for everything else. So there are pros and cons to both of them forever. So you'll find out, hey, I like this one better. I like this one better. You just kind of see which one you like better. So just find which one's the best for you and your team. And yeah, but what's great about a lot of these things is, okay, all right, Brooke, well, this is a bunch of hocus pocus. Why should I really be using this? I don't really understand it. Isn't this just, for really smart people that blah, 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 blah. No, let's lay down some facts real quickly on why your ass should be doing it. Number one, Citi is saying and predicting the metaverse is a $8 to $13 trillion market opportunity. Now, last I checked, my sofa didn't have $8 to $13 trillion in it. Now, I would love for that to be, but nah, not so much. I think I found a pretzel in there, maybe a fruit snack that was like smeared up against the bottom of it. But no, $8 to $13 trillion. Like, come on, that's a ton of money. Now, all right, no, I'm still not convinced, Brooke. No, okay, let's take it one step further, ladies and gentlemen. Razorfish study, and now some of you have heard me quote this a little bit. The study found that 52% of Gen Z gamers feel more like themselves in the metaverse than in real life. It went on to say even more, that 65% believe that their online relationships are more meaningful or just as meaningful as offline ones. One in two feels gaming improves their mental health. When have you ever heard that gaming improves mental health? Ever. Then they went on to say today 15% of Gen Z's fun budget is spent in the metaverse. In 5 years, it's expected to hit 20%. So if you want people to be spending money, you better damn well be doing this right now. Like, this is so much, like, the stats are there for, obviously it's, $18 to $13 trillion industry. And if you're not doing it now, it's just going to get more expensive. Now, I know it was just announced, I think it was yesterday, that Bitcoin plummeted the nearest lowest price of the year, slipping below $35,000 for the third time this year, leading crypto. The leading crypto is now very close to its January 2020 low of $33,184. According to CoinMarketCap it touched below 34,000, and crypto investors are bracing for the further losses. It's volatile. If you don't know it's volatile at this point, like, you probably don't know crypto. So it's going to have its up and downs, but at the end of the day, this is not going away. It's where it's going. Get in now if you haven't already got into this world, because what things are dropping and how they're dropping. I mean, if you were at Digital Dealer and you saw Brian Kramer's presentation, I mean, this is where everything is already there, and it's only going to get much bigger. I mean, you've got Hyundai that is dropping the star it's everywhere. And I mean, I remember when I think it was like Tickle Me Elmo went nuts, and people are just going crazy over it. I want the Tickle Me Elmo or the Furby, which that thing still freaks the hell out of me, but that's a whole other thing. And we've got, hello, Colby. It's these things are crazy, and people around the metaverse going nuts. Like, I want to know where it is. I mean, Brian was telling a great story about, like, it's just people are losing their mind over these NFT. They want these things. I told the story last week about how, I mean, Nike's they dropped theirs, and I think it went over 6 figures. I mean, so this is not something that's going away. So start small, figure out what you want to do, build your dealership. There's so many ways you can take this. The sky is the limit on how you want to do it. The main purpose of this today was I just received so many questions on, hey, how do you want to go about doing this? How do you do it? First and foremost, get an avatar. You can go to Spatial. You can make it. That's where I made mine. The first one, like I said, looked like I was going to murder somebody. Not going to lie. Not afraid to admit it. I looked like I was going to murder somebody. And then from there, Spatial released the next one. Everybody else looks fine, but mine definitely looked like I was going to murder somebody. And then from there, they updated that much. You can put, like, and it's all free with Spatial. And then you can save it and use it other places. But I will say, if you make it on Spatial, that yes, tons of easy entry points. Yes, there are so many ways you can do this. So many. Thank you, Dusty, for that. So many easy ways to do this. Is that you can, wherever you do it, just make sure you email or somehow save your avatar. Like, very, very key on that one. I made my avatar once, and I like took a screenshot of it. I was like, well, this looks like shit. That was a bad idea. So once you do it, just make sure you save it so you have it for later on. Because otherwise you're caught like, well, where did I put this? And I screenshot it. Then you got it. It's like multiplicity. A copy of a copy is never as bright as the original. So save it, please, please save it. But any questions, let me know. I know I'm not the smartest person in this matter. I am still learning just like everybody else. But I definitely did want to at least put something out there so people knew where to go and how to at least get started on this. There's, as Dusty just said, there are so many entry points to this, and it's just find what's easiest for you and roll with it. We can all grab hands and move this industry forward. That is the point of all this. And we have some really, really intelligent people. And if you didn't already know that, this past week, and Digital Dealer definitely proved that once again. And we are so lucky to be in an industry that is just flooded with awesome, incredible people. So everyone, thank you so much for just being a part of this, and for all your knowledge, and for the questions, and being a part of taking me with you with every week. And have a safe, I know it's Friday the 13th, so have a positive, as always, positive, awesome Friday the 13th. And me personally, we got the Yankees tomorrow, so they better freaking take down the Chicago White Sox. So really excited about that. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your week. As always, be kind, do something good in the world. Find the joy in yourself so you can find joy in other people and be the joy in someone else's life, and find some laughter and make someone else laugh. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you all next week. All right, everyone, have a good one. Thank you so much.